What's going on, guys? K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day today. Now, today's video is obviously a little bit different. I'm in the car. I haven't actually made a video like this in quite a long time, but rather than hopping into the charts, I actually wanted to talk about sort of just like what's going on with Bitcoin right now, because Bitcoin currently is actually holding the 200 weekly moving average, and that's usually sort of considered the amazing buy opportunity for Bitcoin, right? And obviously, if we get above sort of around the $65,500 area, that could potentially send Bitcoin, you know, as high as $70,000. But what's kind of been on my mind is the fact that every single person is so completely convinced right now that we're going to have a bottom in October. You're going to have the perfect buying opportunity, and we're just going to all buy at the same time. We're going to have a great bull market, and that's going to be it, right? Just wait until October, buy the lows, we're good, and that's it. And for me, it just seems like that would be almost too easy, right? You almost would think that we're either going to have maybe some kind of a early bottom, like maybe we're forming a bottom right now, or it could be even worse and Bitcoin could drag out even longer and go lower than most people think. Now, obviously, I'm not a Bitcoin bear. I don't think that that's what's going to happen, but it just make you wonder, like, could everybody actually be correct? Because we do have a particular indicator right now that has literally never been wrong. In fact, it has a 100% hit rate, and that indicator has not flashed yet. So if that was the case, then maybe everybody is correct and we're all going to win, and we just got to wait for October lows, we'll buy, and everything will be great. Now, currently today, President Trump is supposed to be meeting with some senators to discuss the Clarity Act, and a lot of people are excited about that. But I do think right now the markets are mostly kind of assuming that it's going to be nothing. Again, you know, we're kind of ready for that disappointment. So I think if it turns out that it doesn't end up happening, you might see a little bit of a pullback, maybe somewhat of a dip, right? We were talking about a possible head and shoulders pattern, but I really think that it wouldn't be that big of a shock to the markets. Now, on the flip side, if something did get done and we did end up getting some sort of a vote or something moving forward on the Clarity Act, then I could actually see a massive candle, because I think right now most people are thinking it's going to be neutral or it's going to be negative. In fact, that site Kalshi has about a 75% odds chance of them having some kind of vote by the end before August recess, right? So that's something to consider. Now, I just wanted to talk about two other things real quick. One is that the over in South Korea right now, it actually looks like they are recognizing crypto as a national asset, and they could even be looking to tokenize things like real estate. Now, obviously, by the way, the South Korea market right now is doing pretty bad. There's a lot of money getting pulled out of it. So it does kind of make you wonder, would they look to buy something like Bitcoin? I don't know, but I do know that it's kind of disappointing that the US is claiming that they want to be the leader when it comes to all this crypto innovation, and yet everywhere else we're seeing innovation first. Another thing to mention is that, you know, I talk to people from all around the world, and sometimes when you're in the US, you tend to get inside of this sort of bubble of just US news, what's going on. But I can actually tell you from some of my friends who are not even into crypto really at all, that the overall sentiment for crypto and Bitcoin specifically globally is actually leaning very positive. And although right now it sucks, we're in a bear market, everybody's depressed, the comments are, you know, I read the comments in the videos, you know, people are just hurting right now. It's been a long drawn out bear market, but what you're finding is in a lot of these other places, you know, I have a guy from Ukraine that I even talked to, and even they're saying that they are getting massively bullish on the potential future of things like Bitcoin, for example, because everybody's just tired of the money printing. They're tired of all the BS that goes on, you know, globally. So that's just something that I wanted to mention. Now, I'm not a big Wyckoff chart kind of guy, but what's really interesting is if you look at what Bitcoin is actually doing right now, I know we discussed a potential head and shoulders pattern, but there actually is extreme similarities to the beginning of a potential Wyckoff accumulation pattern. So I'm just going to show you what that would look like right here. And these are classic patterns that have been around forever. Like I said, I'm not a huge proponent of studying these types of patterns, but it is super interesting to see the similarities. Now, if you look at sort of the area of what this chart is saying, it shows that you could go back potentially into the lower 50s, right? But there is one chart that exists that has a 100% 100% hit rate. This particular chart has never been wrong in the history of Bitcoin. This is called the CVDD. Now, some call it the cumulative value days destroyed. Some people call it the coin value day destroyed, if you want to talk about Bitcoin specifically, right? But what this essentially says, and I'm just going to kind of summarize it. I might be a little bit off on the oh, my camera's getting a little to the side right here. So what was I saying? Oh, the coin value day destroyed. Yeah. So basically this is just like how many coins have moved in a certain amount of time. And it pretty much just tells you, but basically it tells you when you're close to the bottom, when the value of Bitcoin specifically is getting at a ridiculously low level. And if we actually have a look at the chart right here, actually I'll superimpose this over this video. I'll show you with some drawing tools. If you have a look at this, it kind of suggests that we are at very, very close to a bottoming area. Now, this signal usually flashes when you get below the second to bottom moving average. You can see that the moving average right now has acted as support. However, every single time in the past, this has provided a great opportunity for buying, but it hasn't been the ultimate bottom. Now, this is suggesting that Bitcoin could actually get down to somewhere around 48,000, right? And we had talked about this area on our I am losing it right now, on our Fibonacci tool, and that would put Bitcoin, you know, much lower than this. But the question is, like I said, is if the sentiment is just so terrible right now, everyone is convinced that there's no reason in paying any attention to the charts. We don't have to worry about what's going on. We're all just going to wait to buy, right? Like in late September, early October, potentially. It just makes me wonder, because we've had a lot of these indicators that tend to repeat over time, but in the past we have had these 4-year cycles that have played out over and over again, but every cycle always surprises you a little bit differently, right? We didn't go below the 200 weekly moving average back in 2017, 2018, and then all of a sudden the next cycle we did. We had the pi cycle top indicator flash on all the previous cycles. On this particular cycle, we didn't. So I could go on, I could list a lot of things of why it's different. I'm not saying that history doesn't rhyme. I just wonder if everyone thinks that we're going to just be able to make this amazing trade if it's going to happen. And I can definitely tell you from my experience that Bitcoin has the highest probability of doing what you least expect it's going to do. In fact, it tends to, most of the time, bore you to death. If you actually look at the Bitcoin chart, yeah, we have these crazy parabolic runs and these crazy dumps, but a lot of Bitcoin's overall price movement is just sort of bouncing around in the same range. And this is what the institutions love to see. They want to catch the retail off guard, right? A lot of people are just so bored, not paying attention to crypto. In fact, a lot of people have gotten out of crypto. They've even sold their Bitcoin and other altcoins for losses, and they just don't want to touch it anymore. And these are the moments that the smart money is paying the most attention to. This is when they're going to scoop up when everyone else isn't paying attention. They're quietly accumulating in the background. And again, I don't know what's going to happen with this Clarity Act. I mean, odds are nothing's going to happen, right? And probably we'll see a little bit downwards, more sideways. I mean, just look at the news that used to move the markets. Sailor sold 32 Bitcoin and we dump over 10, 15% on the news. And then he sells 3,000 plus. Nothing. We actually go up. So just because something has worked doesn't mean it's going to work. Again, that goes back to the whole CVDD. Just because it has worked doesn't mean it's going to work, but it has had a 100% hit rate. So for those of you out there who are looking to potentially buy, this is very close to flashing. I mean, all we have to do is drop maybe another 15% possibly from these levels, and that indicator would start flashing right now, which would mean it would be the greatest buy opportunities that you would get to basically buy Bitcoin. For me right now, I am cautiously optimistic, but I'm taking this as a sign that we need to start paying attention. And by the time you get these signals, by the time you get a lot of these indicators telling you, maybe not this one specifically, but some of the other ones that tend to flash, it's usually too late. Not too late to get in on the overall trend, but you're definitely too late to be buying around these bottom areas. So at this point, historically, it has always been a great opportunity to start accumulating at these levels, or even start putting in some low leverage longs. You know, like, I don't think Bitcoin's going to crash 33% from this point. So if you wanted to start building a position, you know, at like, let's say 3x leverage or something like that, the odds of you getting liquidated are really not that high unless we have a catastrophic event. But what could happen is, even if we go lower, you can scale into that you know, position, which, by the way, guys, I did put out a Blowfin tutorial. You guys can check that popping up above, because we went over how to do all that. It's actually an hour-long video. It's a really great video. Also, don't forget, we do have those bonuses every single week. You guys can recharge. So you deposit, you get a bonus, you use that to trade. If you guys do make money on that trade, you get to keep all of that money. Obviously, you can't withdraw the free money, but if you do make money, well, that's yours, and you could do this every single week. So obviously, guys, that is below in the description of this video. But I just wanted to make this video. Maybe I was rambling on today. Maybe this was a completely pointless thing to say. I just realized that we have a lot of indicators that maybe this one's not correct. Maybe this one's not going to be right this time. Maybe we've, you know, abused this indicator too much. But overall, the markets are shifting towards a much better setup for a bottoming formation. And maybe everybody's right. Maybe everybody buys in October and we all become multi-millionaires and we make the best trades of our life. I just think that, based on history, Bitcoin tends to surprise you, and I wouldn't be shocked to see something like that happen again. So ultimately, guys, what I wanted to basically say was, you know, just pay attention to the charts. Obviously, don't go all in if you're worried that we could go lower, but the odds of you, like the asymmetric return right now of having a bigger return versus a bigger loss right now, in my opinion, based on my 10 years in the industry, are a lot more in favor of you having a better return long term. So ultimately, guys, that's really all I wanted to say for today's video. I know it was just a kind of a random car rant, but yeah, I really didn't have time to get into the charts today. And also, there is a potential chance of rain, so I didn't want to get rained on. You know, I like to make my videos outside. So basically, guys, that's it for me. If you guys are interested, you guys can check out these tutorials popping up right here, right now. Again, actually, this is the Blowfin tutorial. Really awesome tutorial. I put a lot of effort into this, so if you guys want to check that out and get those bonuses, that is below in the description. Get subscribed if you haven't, and until next time, guys, stay crypto, and of course, peace out.